Hi everybody, today we're going to do the big five, and before we begin, I want you to know that these exercises have been around for a long time and they haven't gone away, so that means they must be good. And they do most of your body parts, and you should include them all in any workout that you do. So if you're ever watching one of my workouts, watch for the big five, and before we begin our warm-up, we'll have a little drink of water. Crossover exercises target many muscle groups and also turn on both sides of your brain. So we're going to warm up with crossover exercises. Here we go with the big five. The squat is number one. Squats are so intense that they trigger the release of testosterone and human growth hormones in your body, which are vital for muscle growth and will also help to improve muscle mass when you train other areas of your body aside from your legs. Let's do it. So I'm standing in front of the chair with my feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to look back and see if it's right behind me. Yep. I don't want to sit in the chair if it's not there. And as I go down slowly, I raise my arms, push my hips back, and feel for the chair with my bum. There it is. I'm sitting in it, and back up I go. All right, let's do 10 of them. Here we go. 5. Notice I'm keeping my head up, pushing my hips back, actually touching the chair with my hamstrings and my glutes, my bum. One more for luck. Have a little rest. Not too long, you ready? Here we go again. Here come the arms. Just 5 more. One more. Have a little rest. That's the squat with the chair. I actually did briefly sit in the chair. I didn't come right down and relax, but I was there briefly. Okay, now without the chair, and maybe we'll add a little weight to our arms. So I just take one weight, something that I can hold over my head all day long if I want. Maybe a can of beans, maybe a rock from your garden. So when I do the squat with the weight, my feet are shoulder width apart. I'm going to hold the weight with both hands, toes pointing straight ahead. Remember, I go down, I keep my chest and my head up, push my bum back, knees go right over top of my toes. And I go down slowly and I raise the weight so that my arms are straight out. I'm not going down too far. Just like that, okay? Now if you can only go a little bit, or if the weight's too heavy for you, put the weight down. A little bit is still okay. But I'm going to go down so that the chair is there, but it's not. So about there would the chair be, right? Let's do 10. Here we go. 1. A little faster this time. 2. Knees right over the toes. 3. 4. 5. 6. Arms straight out. 7. 8. 9. 10. Have a little rest. You got the hang of it? Weight, you don't want it? Put it down. Too heavy? Too light? You change it. Here we go. A little faster this time. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. That was the squat. 2 different ways. Have a little rest here and I'll talk to you about the lunge. So when I do the lunge, it's very similar to the squat. Squats and lunges both use glutes, quads, and hamstrings. However, a single leg exercise, such as a lunge, activates more the gluteus medius muscle for stabilization on one leg. Squatting to parallel uses mostly quads. Going lower or taking a wider stance activates more glutes and hamstrings. Are you ready? So let's try it. Should we use our chair? Yes, because we're going to hold on to the chair as support. And if the chair's on this side, that's the leg, the one closest to the chair that's coming out in front. Maybe I'll move back a little bit. And the other leg is back, and I'm up on the balls of my feet. But my shoulders are over my hips. My ears are above my shoulders. So keep your head in neutral. Push your head back a little bit. Hold on to the chair. And you're going straight down like an elevator. and right back up. I'm not going forward, I'm not going back. I'm going straight down like an elevator and back up. And not too far down either. I'm holding onto the chair. You can take this arm and put it straight out for balance that way. You can just let it hang there or put it on your hips. I think I'll try my hips and we're going to do 10 of these. So straight down and up at that speed. Here we go. 1, 2, the lunge. 3, 4. I should check my knee at the front here. Is it going over my toes? Yep. 5, 6. Look straight ahead. 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a little rest. And while you're resting, put the chair on the other side. So, chair is here. The inside leg, one closest to the chair, goes out in front. And you're up on the balls of your back foot. You ready? So we're just going to go down like an elevator and up. Maybe my arm, I'll try it out here and see if that's any easier. Yep, let's try this. We'll do 10 of these. 1, 2, not too fast. 3, check your knee, right over the toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good for you. Pull the leg in, shake out the legs. Now we'll do the lunge one more time without the chair, and this time we'll maybe use a weight. I think I'll try a weight. By the way, if I hold it this way instead of this way, and I tuck my elbow into my side and pull it up and down, that's called a hammer. A hammer curl. This is a bicep. I'm flexing my arm, shortening the bicep, lengthening the bicep muscle. Why am I showing you that? Because I'm going to get into my lunge position. So, this is the hand that the weight is in, so that's the leg that goes back. The other one goes forward. I'm not holding on to anything. It might not go down very far, but if I go down, I go straight down like an elevator and straight back up. So as I go down, I curl and do a hammer curl. So I'm going straight down and straight up. Ears, shoulders, hips. Knee over top of the toes at the front. You ready? Let's just do 10 of those, not too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is work. 6, good work. 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull the leg in, shake everything out a little bit, and we'll do 10 on the other side. So one foot comes forward, the other one goes back. The weight's on the side of the leg that's back. All right, I'm going to put my hand on my hip this time. Tuck my elbow into my side so I can curl, isolate the bicep, and do 10 of them. This is the lunge. Number 2 of the big 5. Here we go. 1. Whoa, I'm going to fall over. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doing the elevator, straight down, straight up. I'm standing tall. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull the leg in, shake it all out. Put the weight down. Remember, you always have the option of not using the weight. It's the push-up. Here we go. We'll use the wall. 2 different kinds of push-ups. I'm going to put my hands as I face the wall. My hands are going to be shoulder width apart, and my palms are going to be up parallel with the shoulder, so my arm is parallel with the floor. Okay? This is a straight arm push-up. That means my arms don't bend. So I'm right here on the wall. My feet are shoulder width apart and they're back a little bit. I'm not standing up tall like this. I'm going to take my feet back a little bit. And I'm going to bring my body into the wall but keep my arms straight. That's 1, 2, keep the arms straight. 3, 4, 5. The whole body comes in. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you get it? So here we go again. This time we're going to bend our arms and bring our elbows in toward the wall. Not out like this, like a chicken, but in toward the wall. Straighten like that. Let's try 10 of those. Line everything up first. Feet are back from the wall a little bit. You ready? We're going to lower in. Keep our body straight. Elbows go in, not out to the side. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, straighten, bend, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy? Hard? What do you think? Push up. Straight arm push up. When you're bending your arm, your whole body's coming in. More work. And the last way to do a push up for me this morning is on the floor. So I'm going to show you this one and I hope you can come down with me. So I'm going to get down on the floor. I'm going to get down very carefully. Where's the floor? Here it is. So, there's my table position. You all know what that one is. I'm going to take my forearms and bring them down. They're shoulder width apart. So I've got my bum in the air. I look kind of like this, sideways. But I'm going to straighten my leg up on the balls of my feet. And if I can do this, take the other one. And try to keep my body as flat as possible. And hold it there. So it's a plank push-up. I'm not moving, it's static. I'm just going to hold it and count 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to put my knee down. You might need a towel or a mat or something in the other one. Hold my arms, my forearms, shoulder width apart. Notice my shoulder and my elbows right below it. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to take the other leg up on the balls of my foot there, straighten the leg, and the other one, here we go. And I'm not getting my bum up. I'm not lowering my abdomen. I'm going to try to stay in a plank position so my body is parallel to the floor. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Put my knee down, the other one down. Stay here. One more time. You ready to go one more time? Let's see how many we can do before we just can't do any more. So here we go. I'm on my forearms. There goes my leg up on the balls of my foot. There goes the other one. Get my hips down a little bit. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You with me? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knee, other knee, hands, hands. The plank push-up. It's a static push-up. So you have against the wall the straight arm push-up, and then you have the bent arm push-up, and then you have the plank where you're static. And that's one of the big 5. It happens to be number 3. So we had the squat, the lunge, and the push-up. And since we're down here, we're going to do the bridge. Sure, you know how to do the bridge. You're going to lie on your back. By the way, your feet are going to be close to your bum when you're lying down. And your legs are shoulder width apart and your feet are pointing straight ahead. So I'm going to scoop myself out a little bit like this. Put my head down. I'm going to lift up my hips and put my hands, these things, underneath my hips for support. There, I'm resting my hips on my knuckles. Bring my heels into my bum a little bit. And then I'm going to push my hips up off the floor. Take my hands out briefly and put them back in and rest. And you know, if you can get your hips up higher, that would be great. We're only going to do it for 3 seconds and then we're going to put our hands back. So here we go. Head down, looking straight at the ceiling. Lift your hips, push, 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 push hips up. Push your knees forward. Push down with the bottom of your feet. Take your hands out. Bring them back. And lower very carefully your hips on to your knuckles. You ready to do it? We can do 10 of these. Let's go. So up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you get your hips higher? 6. Really push those knees away. 7. Feel it in your low back. 8. 9. Way up there. 10. Hold it there. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it up there. You can do it. Hold it and relax. Right on top of your hands. Good work. Take my hands out. Roll on my side. Push myself into a seated position. And wait a second before I get up. A little COVID cough there. No, I don't have COVID. Nor do I want it either. So I'm getting off of the floor. So I'm going to turn over like so. One knee, foot, a little bit of a low squat here. And I'm coming up very slowly. I might even need the stove to help me. Up, slowly, 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 and here I go. I need a little drink. Okay, I don't need the chair for this, but I'm going to do some presses. The big 5, number 5, presses. Anytime you're pushing away from your body and pulling back, you're doing a press, pushing away, and a pull, press, pull. So, the first thing I'm going to do is stand in neutral. That's my feet shoulder width apart. You don't need to see them. I know you know what that looks like. I'm going to get my hands into this position here so that's 90 degrees. You've done this before. We call this the goal post. And we're going to push overhead until our arms are straight. Not only are they straight, but they're going to be closer to our head, our ears. And we're going to come back down to goal post. So my fingers are spread apart. My hands aren't like this, they're just straight, and they're at 90 degrees at the joint here. Where is it? There it is, goal post. So I'm just going to reach up, reach up, reach up, and bring my arms close to my head, and come back down. Ready to do 10? Let's go. There's 1, 2, press overhead, pull down, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Hold it there. Now, you do a lot of presses during the day, with your arms especially, and one of them is a Dairy Queen dip. It's a press like this. Except I don't want to take my shoulders and do any of this stuff with them. So I'm going to take one hand and put it right here flat on the shoulder, the pec, upper pec, trapezius muscle at the front here. Get my arm at right angle, and I'm just going to do a Dairy Queen dip and make sure my shoulder doesn't work. In other words, it's working, but it's not rotating. So this is going to rotate the arm. It's a press down, pull back up. So this is 1, a little faster, 2, 3. You can feel it in the shoulder joint, 4, 5, 6. Here's a press, 7, 8. Goal post position, 9, 10. Good work. Shake that arm out. Here we go with the other side, 90 degrees. Spread the fingers. It's just a Dairy Queen dip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Dairy Queen dip. So we did the overhead press. So remember when you're doing that one, keep your arms at right angle. Don't sag like this. And when you're doing this one, don't sag. Get arms right there so it goes from the armpit straight out to the elbow and straight up 90 degrees at the corner. Okay, the last one, you know how to do this one. It's really, really a lot of fun. We're going to bring our shoulder blades together at the back. So we're going to, the arms don't change. We're going to bring our shoulder blades together and press back, pull forward. Press back. So nothing's really moving except the arms are squeezing together at the back. Scapula, the shoulder blade is coming together. That'll be good for us because we're always this way all day long. We're going to be this way. So let's go. We're going to go 1, 2, press back, pull forward, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down we go, relax. So let's just do the 3 presses together. The overhead one, Dairy Queen dip one, and shoulder blades to the back of the body. And just follow along with me, and you can do this. And then we're done. The big 5, the press, or you can call it the push-pull. So here we go. Count with me. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Dairy Queen dip. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2. Shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3. And relax. That's it. When you're doing the push-pull, the press, and you got the 3 positions, if you like that, make yourself do it a little bit harder. In other words, maybe you could do 10 or 20 or whatever you want of each one. But when you're done, make sure you stretch. Otherwise, you'll have sore shoulders the next day. So we're going to stretch our shoulder. We're going to grab our arm here. I'm going to bring it across our body. But see how my shoulder is up high? I want to relax. So bring my arm down. It should be straight across here. Down. I'm going to grab between the elbow and the shoulder. In there with my hand. Get my shoulders level there. And pull my arm across and in. And we're holding it. How long do we hold a stretch? 2 minutes. And then of course you do the other side for 2 minutes. So your shoulders are level, not like this. Your arm is across the body and bent a little bit. You're holding on here with the trapezius muscle triceps, biceps, and pull it in. You'll feel it. 2 minutes. You want to hold a stretch for 2 long minutes. So those are the big 5. You've got the squat, the lunge, the bridge, the push-up, and the push-pull press. And I think for my cool down, I'll just walk around my kitchen here looking for my water, pick it up, get a drink. And reach down and pat my cat. But when I reach down, I gotta use my legs. So I've gotta squat down, stroke my cat, Twyla May. She works out with me every morning. She loves it. And then when I come back up, come up slowly, keep my head up. Well, we all know that after the cool down, we have to do some kind of a stretch or a series of stretches. But today, we're just going to do one stretch for 2 minutes. Here we go. So I get my feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to push my knees over top of my toes. And I'm going to make sure my feet are pointing straight ahead. I'm going to push down on the outsides of my feet, and I'm going to lower my hips and hold on to my quads and just stay right here for 2 minutes. Stretching my lower body because I love the big 5, and especially the squat. I'm not going to move my body except for my hands. I think I'll rest right here on my quads. Keep my head up. Well, that's 20 seconds. And after this 2-minute stretch of my quads, I'm going to go for a little walk around my yard, check out my plants and see if any flowers are coming up or any buds are on the trees. And then I'll carry on with my day. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And until next time, right? Well, you know what? That's a minute. Only 1 more minute to go. So I'm going to keep my head in this position because when I arch back like that to look up at you guys, that's hard on my neck. Now, if I went a little lower with my hips, I would tilt up. But you know what? Only 30 more seconds. Seems like forever, right? Maybe the first time you do a squat hold, that's long enough. Even though it's not 2 minutes.